and she would make such creative things in the way she would fold the paper so that when you opened the envelope, you would flip up the lid and you would read something inside, and it would make you go, oh man, you know, just snap. That's so interesting. And it became this vessel and a way to carry a message. And then, of course, when you couple that together and think about some psychometry, like we talked about earlier, of combining things together, when you think about receiving a message from a friend that is inside of a vessel that has symbolic meaning, and then you open that vessel and there's more symbolic meaning, and then you pull the letter out of that vessel and you read that, and it creates an experience. There's no question about that. And those envelopes that Rusty mentions, like he said, in a number of different places I have taken the time to make envelopes for different settings and different situations, and that is a really good example where a lot of people might just say an envelope. It's an envelope. It's an envelope. Get a white piece of paper. Who gives a fuck, right? It's an envelope. What the fuck are you talking about? But what actually ends up happening is this is no longer just an envelope.
Right.
This is something different, and that it is a very beautiful parallel on what we're trying to do with the backpack. That it is not just a backpack. There is more to this. That there is a theme, there's a story, there's artwork, it's a gift, there's a tribe of people who give a shit about this for one reason or another, and there's a journey and a movement that awaits through a big question that can be posed to you by what this thing is.
Right.
And that, so, you know, those envelopes, at the beginning I was a little off the grid, and a lot of the backpacks that people would buy, I'm thinking particularly of one bag buyer, Lisa Gita, is a friend of mine who I met in the Alt MBA program. And when she bought a bag, I made an envelope for her that I felt like matched her personality, and she told me that she felt like it did. And I had made that envelope by ripping out pages from a beautiful art periodical. It was later pointed out to me that I should probably slow my roll when it comes to tearing apart magazines and taking other artists' artwork without any of their permission and creating things like envelopes. But I did so with huge gratitude to the beautiful artwork that was there in front of me, and repurposing it and using it to create something beautiful and meaningful. We have since that time, to Rusty's point, started making our own envelopes, which is even more beautiful because it gives us a chance to think about, for this bag that gets sold and for the person who's going to receive it, how can we add that envelope as one more layer that expresses this artwork means something. It's not just a pretty picture, and if you appreciate it just as a pretty picture, that's beautiful too.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
But if you want to take a deep breath and join us at Yahala to talk about what it means, we're down for it. It's there. There is a layer beneath.